Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Dina Muhammad. Today we are going to study Unit 8 and let's kick it off with some revision for previous vocabulary which we've studied together before. أهلا بكم جميعا، أنا دينا محمد. النهاردة طبعا موعدنا مع Unit 8 الوحدة الثامنة. وخلونا نبدأها. Kick off means to start. نبدأ ب revision سريعة ل some of the vocabulary which we've studied together before. Let's start by reading the sentence. What am I? What am I? Try to guess. A large box-shaped device that is used to cook and heat food, either by putting the food inside or by putting it on the top. يعني إيه؟ حاجة كده appliance، جهاز أو أداة. box شكله على شكل box. okay, used to cook and heat food، بستخدمه عشان أسخن وأجهز الأكل. either يعني سواء بإني أحط الأكل فوقه or by putting the food inside، بحط الأكل جواه أو بحطه فوقه. It's a guessing game. Who can guess? Let's look at the picture. What do we call this? Well done. It's a stove. It's a stove. Very nice. Let's go to the second one. What am I? Clothes worn in bed, consisting of a loosely fitting shirt and pants. Clothes worn in bed. الملابس اللي بلبسها لما أكون رايح أنام بتتكون من t-shirt and pants وبنطلون. What are these? Pajamas. Very nice. Pajamas. pajamas. خدوا بالكم إنه pajamas بتتعامل معاملة الجمع. What am I? What am I? Let's read. A room in which meals are eaten. الغرفة اللي بناكل فيها الوجبات. What do we call it? It's a dining room. Dining room. Very nice. What am I? A piece of kitchen equipment that uses electricity to preserve food at a cold temperature. اللي هو appliance أو جهاز بستخدمه في المطبخ that uses electricity، بيستخدم الكهرباء طبعا to preserve food عشان يحفظ الطعام at a cold temperature، في درجة حرارة باردة. What do we call it? It's a refrigerator. 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 Or we can say fridge. Both are right. What am I? The inside surface of a room that you can see when you look above you. لما أكون كده ببص قاعد جوه غرفة وببص لفوق. What do we see? What do we see? We see the ceiling of the room. The ceiling, السقف. The ceiling of the room. Nice. Let's kick it off by guessing what we're going to talk about today. خلونا نبدأ بإن احنا نعمل guessing game، لعبة كده تخمين عشان نعرف احنا بنتكلم عن ايه. What are we going to talk about today? Let's write the capital or the initial letter of each word to know what we're going to talk about today. For example, j, jacket. j, jacket. Of course, jacket starts with j, so it's j. What's this? It's an orange. Orange, so it starts with an O. Okay, what's this? It's a B. So here we have the letter B. And then we have S for sun. So of course we are going to talk about jobs. 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 الوظائف. So today's topic is going to be about jobs. Okay? Let's start with our new vocabulary. نبدأ بالكلمات الجديدة. Okay, now, what's his job? What's his job? This is the easiest one. He is a teacher. He is a teacher. I'm a teacher. Teacher is a job. He works as a teacher. Okay, great. Let's move on. The person who is responsible for the money in a place or in a company. الشخص المسؤول عن الحسابات أو عن الأموال في شركة. What do we call him? He's an accountant. An accountant. 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 Okay? He's an accountant. Listen to it.
Accountant. Accountant.
Accountant. Great. Let's move on.
Accountant.
Someone whose job is keeping records of all the money that people or companies spend and earn. يعني الشخص المسؤول عن إنه يكتب تقارير records, keeping records of all the money عن كل الأموال that people or companies spend and earn. Okay? Accountant. Accountant. الستريس فيها على المقطع ده. Accountant. 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 Great. Let's move on. The person who carries your bags and opens the door for you when you are in a hotel, for example, is called a bellhop. الشخص اللي بيفتح لك الأبواب, opens the door for you and carries your bags وبيشيل الشنط بتاعتك in a hotel في فندق بسميه bellhop. 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 Listen to it.
Bellhop.
Great, bellhop. That's really so good. Let's move on. So a bellhop is a person in a hotel employed to carry bags for customers. متوظف employed to carry bags عشان يشيل الأمتعة for customers للزبائن and perform other services. ويقوم بخدمات أخرى. اسمه bellhop. Bellhop. Okay, this is a nurse. 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 يعني طبعا الممرضة. Someone whose job is looking after people who are sick and hurt. يعني حد وظيفته إنه look after يعتني ب looking after people تعتني بالناس who are sick and hurt. اللي تعبانين أو مجروحين. اسمها nurse. 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 Great. Let's move on to this word, cashier. Of course, this is so easy and we all know it in Arabic because we also use it in Arabic. Cashier. Cashier. طبعا الكاشير. When you buy stuff or when you buy things from the supermarket, before leaving the supermarket, you have to go to the cashier to pay for what you've bought. So, وإلا هيتصلوا بالبوليس. Okay? So you have to go to the cashier. Cashier. Okay, let's read cashier. Cashier. Someone whose job is to take or pay out money in a shop or a bank. الشخص اللي مسؤول عن إنه ياخد منك الفلوس in a shop or a bank. في محل أو في bank. Okay, here we have chef. 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 طبعا احنا متعودين طبعا دايما انه السي اتش دايما بقول لكم دايما اي instructor English instructor بيقول لكم السي اتش says ch, so we have to make it sound before we say it. دايما هتلاقوا اي مدرس او حد بيدرس انجلش هيقول لكم السي اتش دايما بيقولوا ch. لازم يكون في صوت تاء خفيفة قبل الش. This is one of the unique words because it is pronounced chef without that sound at the beginning. يعني ايه الكلام ده؟ يعني الكلمة دي من الكلمات القليلة في الانجليش اللي مش بقول فيها السي اتش على انهم تش، لا بقولها ش. chef. chef. And the chef is someone who cooks food in a restaurant. الشخص طبعا اللي بيطبخ الأكل في المطعم. chef. chef. Okay, this is so easy. Of course, he's a doctor. 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 He's a doctor.
Doctor.
Doctor. And the definition of the word is
Doctor.
the definition of the word is a person whose job is to treat people who are sick or hurt. A person whose job is to treat people who are sick or hurt. يعني الشخص اللي وظيفته إنه يعالج الناس المرضى أو المجروحين. Okay, let's move on. This is what we call a front desk clerk. Front desk clerk يعني نفس receptionist تقريبا اللي هو موظف الاستقبال receptionist or front desk clerk. Okay, so the definition is a front desk clerk represents the first point of contact with the clients of a business, hotel, or doctor's office. Okay, so معناه ايه الكلام ده؟ معناه ان هو الشخص اللي في المواجهة اللي بيكون أول نقطة تواصل مع الكاستمرز أو الزباين اللي رايحين لمكان عمل أو لهوتيل أو لمكتب دكتور or whatever. بسميه front desk clerk. Front desk clerk. Okay, then we have the host. Host. Okay, if you have a
host,
sorry, it's not host, it's host. Host. So if you have a friend,
host,
who invites you to have dinner with him, إذا عندك صديق هو عزمك إنه تروح تتعشى معاه مثلا and he is the host يبقى هو الشخص المضيف هو الشخص اللي عزمك هو المضيف. Okay, we can also use this word to talk about, for example, the person who presents a television program. الشخص اللي بيقدم برنامج تلفزيوني بنسميه he is the host. الشخص المضيف. So it's host. Okay, then we have office manager. Office عارفينها يعني مكتب. Manager يعني مدير. يبقى مدير المكتب he's called an office manager. Office manager. Okay, let's listen to it. Manager. Then we have the definition here. The definition is a person whose job is to be responsible. الشخص المسؤول responsible for the organization of the work or of the work of an office. الشخص المسؤول عن المؤسسة أو عن عمل المؤسسة في مكتب معين. Then we have the police officer. Please pronounce it in the right way. مطلوب مننا بس إن احنا ننطقها بالشكل الصحيح. Police officer. Take care of the p sound, so we don't say police officer. No, we say police officer. We don't pronounce the O like this, police. No. We say police officer. Police officer. Okay, that's great. And then we have the definition, which is a male or female. يعني ذكر أو أنثى. Male or female member of the police force. من قوة البوليس. Okay, he's called a police officer. Here we come to the receptionist اللي هو موظف الاستقبال اللي هي the same as front desk clerk. Receptionist. Okay, so the receptionist is a person who works in a place such as a hotel, an office, or hospital, who welcomes and helps visitors and answers the phone. الشخص اللي بيشتغل في مكان زي الهوتيل، الفندق، المكتب، office or hospital، المستشفى. welcomes بيرحب بالضيوف. welcomes and helps visitors and answers the phone. Then we have the salesperson. The salesperson. The salesperson, of course, is the person or a person whose job is selling things in a shop or directly to customers. اللي هو موظف المبيعات. His job is to convince you and to sell you the item. وظيفته إنه يقنعك ويبيع لك الشيء. Then we have the security guard. Security guard is, of course, someone whose job involves preventing people going into places without permission. الشخص اللي وظيفته إنه يمنع preventing people يمنع الناس من الدخول للأماكن بدون السماح ليهم أو بدون ما يكون معاهم إذن without permission. And of course, he is called a security guard. Then we have the server. A person who serves food in a restaurant. Okay. Then we come to this word, which is server. 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 The server is the person who serves food in a restaurant. Serves food. بيقدم الطعام. So he is the server. Server. بيقدم لك الطعام. Okay? So we call him the
server,
server.
server,
server. Server. For example, كمان الإكسبريشن ده حلو جدا إن إحنا نعرفه. serves food. serves food يعني بيقدم الطعام. For example, if you want to talk about your favorite restaurant, for example, عايز تتكلم عن مطعمك المفضل, so you can say, this is my favorite restaurant. It serves tasty food. It serves delicious food. ده مطعمي المفضل لأنه بيقدم. It serves tasty or delicious food. That's great. Then we have this one, which is so easy. It's a taxi driver. Taxi driver. A person who drives a taxi as a job. A person who drives a taxi as a job. الشخص اللي بيسوق التاكسي أو سواق التاكسي طبعا. Do you know the person who stands in the streets to buy you, to sell you water, ice cream, or sandwiches? We call him a vendor. الشخص اللي بيكون واقف في الشارع على عربية كده صغيرة بيبيع لك بقى water, مية, ice cream, or even sandwiches. We call him a vendor. Vendor. So
vendor.
the definition is someone who is selling something. Okay. So these were the new vocabulary in this unit, which are, of course, the jobs. The jobs. Okay, then, so we can say that, let's see them as fast as we can. Number one, of course, is J, which is a police officer. Then we have number two. Number two, he's a taxi driver. Great. What about number three? Can you think with me? Think. Yeah, he's a vendor, of course, which is letter P. Vendor. That's great. Let's go to number four. What is number four? Can you guess, guys? What is number four? Can you guess? اتنين عازمين بعض, واحدة عازمة صاحبتها. So she is the letter G, the host. The host, المضيف. Then we have this one, the one who serves food in a restaurant. الشخص اللي بيقدم الطعام. So of course he is the server, which is letter N, server. طبعا احنا بنختار من الكلمات ونحط على الصور. بنختار الحرف اللي بيعبر عن الكلمة ونكتبه على الصورة. Then we have number 6. Okay. What is number 6? What is number 6? It's letter D, which is the chef. Chef اللي هو الشخص اللي واقف ورا طبعا ده. المقصود بنمبر 6 الشخص اللي واقف ورا ده. So he's the chef, الطباخ أو الشخص اللي بيطبخ. Number 7, it's number 7, it's the receptionist. The receptionist, الموظف الاستقبال. Receptionist. Then we have number 9. Look at her. Number 8 first. We have number 8. Number 8, an accountant. An accountant. لو كبرنا الصورة شوية هنلاقيها بتحسب حسابات وعندها calculator, آلة حاسبة وهكذا. So she's an accountant. She's an accountant. Number 9, she's the manager, I think. Yeah, office manager. وقفتها وقفت. شوفوا الوقفة وقفت مديرة. Yes. So she's the manager. Number 9. Then we have number 10. Number 10, it's letter F, which means front desk clerk. وزي ما اتفقنا عادي receptionist أو front desk clerk يعني الشخص اللي بيستقبل العملاء لأول مرة, هو first contact. Then we have number 11, which is a bellhop. 11, this one, the person, as I told you, who carries your bags, الشخص اللي بيشيل الأمتعة أو الحقائب, and he opens the doors for you. Okay, then we have number 12. Number 12, of course, nurse, letter H. Nurse can be said to a man or a woman. Nurse, ممرض أو ممرضة. Then we have number 13. Of course, she's the doctor, which is letter E. Where is E? Yes, doctor. and we have here number 14. بتسوق لمنتج وبتبيعه. So she is the sales person. موظف المبيعات. Number 15 is the cashier. You have to go to the cashier to pay for what you've bought عشان تدفع للي انت اشتريته. And then we have number 15, which is of course the security guard. Security guard اللي هو موظف الأمن. Okay, what does he do? Of course, he's a taxi driver. Then we have, what does he do? He's a server. He serves food in a restaurant. What does he do? He's a security guard. What does he do? Who remembers? He's a vendor. He sells sandwiches. What does he do? يعني بيعمل ايه؟ وظيفته ايه؟ بيشتغل ايه؟ What does he do? He's a chef. He cooks food. بيطبخ الأكل. Okay? This is of course a speaking exercise. We are supposed to work in pairs علشان نشوف مين بيشتغل في الأماكن. Okay, here we have some more vocabulary. عندنا بعض الكلمات كمان الجديدة. And let's study them as a guessing game. Who flies a plane? الشخص اللي بيطير الطيارة اسمه ايه؟ بسميه ايه؟ Who flies a plane? A pilot or a nurse or a manager? Of course, pilot. الشخص اللي بيطير الطيارة اسمه pilot. Who puts out fires? puts out fires يعني بيطفئ الحرائق. بسميه doctor, receptionist, or firefighter. Of course, the right answer is a firefighter. The person who puts out fires يعني يطفئ الحرائق. Put out. He's a firefighter. Who makes animals feel better? The doctor who makes animal feel better. الدكتور اللي بيعالج الحيوانات. هل هو doctor or vet or dentist? Of course, the right answer is vet. اللي هو الطبيب البيطري. Vet. Okay? Who treats your teeth? مين اللي بيعالج أسنانك؟ Who treats your teeth? Doctor or vet or dentist? طبعا الدكتور اللي بيعالج الأسنان اسمه dentist. Okay, this one. The man or the person who fits and maintains water systems in building. اللي بيصلح ويعالج الواتر سيستمز اللي هي أنظمة المياه في المباني. السباك يعني باختصار السباك. بسميه إيه بقى؟ Is he a plumber ولا receptionist ولا dentist? Of course, the answer is plumber. Take care that the B is a silent letter, so we don't pronounce it at all. We say plumber. البي التانية دي silent ساكنة فما بنطقهاش. He's a plumber. Okay. Who sweeps, vacuums, and wash floors? Sweeps يعني بيكنس. Sweep. Vacuums يعني بيستخدم المكنسة ويكنس بيها. المكنسة الكهربائية طبعا. And wash floors يعني بيغسل الأرضيات. We call him janitor. يعني الشخص المسؤول عن التنظيف. Okay? Then we have this. Of course, we are going to هناخد ده إن شاء الله في المحاضرات. هنتدرب مع بعض عليه في المحاضرات بتاعة الزوم. Here we have a conversation. We are going to also to make them in our sessions. And here we have a conversation. What does he do? what does he do. قلت لكم لما أسأل عن وظيفة حد ممكن أقول what does he do. وظيفته إيه؟ بيشتغل إيه؟ بيعمل إيه؟ what does he do? What does he do? Okay? So let's listen to this conversation. Please listen to it. Listen to it. And I'm asking you a question. Does he like his job or not? Does he like his job or not? هل بيحب وظيفته؟ الشخص اللي هم بيتكلموا عنه ده هل هو بيحب وظيفته ولا لا؟ Let's listen together.
Page 51. Exercise 3. Conversation. What does he do? Listen and practice.
Where does your brother work? In a hotel. Oh, really? My brother works in a hotel too. He's an accountant. How does he like it? He hates it. He doesn't like the manager. That's too bad. What hotel does he work for? The Plaza. That's funny. My brother works there too. Oh, that's interesting. What does he do? Actually, he's the manager.
Okay. So محادثة محرجة. Have you found the answer for the question first? لقيتوا الإجابة؟ Does he like it? How does he like it? How does he like it? هل بيحب وظيفته ولا لا? So he hates it. He hates it. Why does he hate it? Because he doesn't like the manager. لأنه مش بيحب المدير. He doesn't like the manager. فمع المحادثة اكتشفوا إنه المدير أصلا هو أخو صاحبتها اللي بتكلمها. فبتقول لها my brother works there too. أخويا كمان بيشتغل هناك. فقالت لها oh that's interesting. What does he do? So actually he's the manager اللي هو الشخص اللي هو أصلا بيكرهه. So of course the conversation part we are going to
51. Next.
practice it in the session. Does Jordan's brother like his job? هل أخو جوردن بيحب وظيفته؟ هي قالت he hates it. He doesn't like the manager. So no he doesn't. He doesn't like the manager. ليه بستخدم doesn't يا جماعة؟ ها ده بقى من اليونتس اللي فاتوا قلنا he بستخدم معاها does في simple present. So no he doesn't. He doesn't like the manager. واتفقنا انه بعد doesn't بستخدم الفعل في المصدر بدون اي اضافات. So he doesn't like the manager. Okay, let's move on to the grammar focus. Simple present WH questions. simple present اللي هو المضارع البسيط باستخدام ال WH questions. هقرأ معاكم الأسئلة بسرعة جدا وهكتفي بهذا القدر النهاردة، والحصة السيشن الجاي إن شاء الله هنكمل وهشرحه مرة تانية الكلام ده. simple present اللي هو المضارع البسيط اللي شرحناه قبل كده كذا مرة في المراجعات بتاعتنا. where do you work؟ اتفقنا لما بشوف I we وthey ويو بستخدم معاهم do. So here where do you work؟ ليه استخدمت do؟ عشان عندي الضمير you. So I say where do you work؟ أين تعمل؟ where do you work؟ in a hospital. What do you do؟ أنت بتعمل إيه؟ where طبعا بتسأل عن المكان. to ask about the place. أين تعمل؟ where do you work؟ in a hospital. What do you do؟ ماذا؟ what ماذا تعمل؟ what do you do؟ I'm a doctor. How do you like it؟ how do you like it؟ هل أنت دي لما أحب أسأل حد how do you like it؟ يعني أنت بتحب وظيفتك ولا لا؟ قد إيه بتحب وظيفتك؟ how do you like it؟ how do you like it؟ I really like it. أنا فعلا حقا بحبها. how كيف؟ إيه مدى حبك لوظيفتك؟ Where does he work؟ طبعا هنا اتحولت بدل ما كانت where do أصبحت where does. إيه اللي عمل التغيير ده؟ إن أنا عندي الضمير he. اتفقنا مع he و she و it بستخدم does. Where does he work؟ in a hotel. What does he do؟ he's a manager. How does he like it؟ it's okay معقولة يعني لا بيحبها قوي ولا بيكرهها. Okay. طيب when we move on to the next part, where do they work؟ they يبقى طبعا do. where do they work؟ in an office. ملاحظين an شرحناها في أول وحدة. what do they do؟ they're accountants. محاسبين. how do they like it؟ How do they like it? They hate it. بيكرهوها. They hate it. The last part in our session, let's listen to it, and then we're going to end.
52. Exercise 4. Grammar focus. Simple present WH questions.
Where do you work?
In a hospital.
What do you do?
I'm a doctor.
How do you like it?
I really like it.
Where does he work?
In a hotel.
What does he do?
He's a manager.
How does he like it?
It's okay.
Where do they work?
In an office.
What do they do?
They're accountants.
How do they like it?
They hate it.
Okay, so of course, simple present WH questions. اتفقنا what ماذا when تسأل عن الوقت when التوقيت أو الوقت where تسأل عن المكان. واتفقنا طبعا إنه ال do وال does بستخدمهم على حسب الضمير. do بجيبها مع I we و they و you. does بجيبها مع he و she و it. okay. بعد do و does بيجي ال subject. For example, what does Ali do? بيجي بعدهم طبعا الverb. What does he do? What do you do? Where do you work? What do you do? Whatever. ال WH word بتيجي الأول اللي هي كلمة الاستفهام اللي بتبدأ ب WH وبعدين بعدها do أو does اللي هو الفعل المساعد auxiliary verb وبعدين بعدها يجي الفاعل اللي هو سواء بقى بتكلم عن علي أحمد you they he she it whatever وبعدين يجي الفعل الأساسي يبقى كده عندي فعلين في الجملة الفعل المساعد الauxiliary verb اللي هو do أو does والفعل الأساسي اللي هو work play eat or whatever. Okay, we are going to practice these parts in the session إن شاء الله. I think that's enough for today. طولت عليكم. إن شاء الله هينزل الكويز على المحتوى ده النهاردة بالليل على الجروبس. استعينوا بالله وابدأوا وإن شاء الله طالما بدأتوا هتقدروا تكملوا. Thank you so much for today and goodbye.